Okay, we are live. All right. Tomorrow is the 11/11 portal. I'm just jumping on here to give some general messages. If anyone gets on this live while I'm on, then I will. Hi, Rose. How are you? Did you see me on Facebook? I was just on Facebook. Hello, Mary. Mary Chanel. All right. So what I'm doing is, if you guys know or not, we have the 11/11 portal tomorrow. So I am just trying to yeah, I don't know. I have had super technical difficulties today. Literally, my phone flashed me this big screen that said your phone's too hot, and it shut me off one of the lives. So that's why I have the fan going in the background now. Technical difficulties. Like, I tried to go on like 4 times on Facebook. Nobody was seeing me. People were looking for me, and it was just a mess. It wouldn't let me share it to my page. My computers, like, I swear I would have thought it was Mercury retrograde because my computers weren't working today. The internet wasn't working. My phone was acting wacky. So, yeah, I don't know if it's just my energy is super high and I'm just affecting all the electronics, or the energy in general is high. So, I was like, well, maybe I'll jump on YouTube and do some readings and see what happens. I haven't been on here very much though. Like, I don't see any comments. I only see them when you first say them. Yeah, it's like super weird. I think the energy is just really high. So, how you feeling with the energy? You doing okay with it? Would you like a reading? So you do know what the 11/11 portal is. It's just like very intense manifestation energy. So, like I tell everybody, you manifest all the time, whether you're manifesting good or bad. So definitely want to make sure that we're manifesting in the right direction, especially during this intense energy. So I'm pulling some advice cards, and okay, Mary, I will get you in a second. I'm gonna pull some for Rose. I think you're still on. All right, and then I will get you in a minute, Mary, okay? I don't know if your name is actually Mary because it's like Mary's something, but okay. All right, so Rose, you got focus on the positive and choose love over fear. It's so easy to fall into fear, right? Really very easy to do that. I think that a lot of it goes back to your childhood and how you were raised with certain things. I think that, and this is never any judgment on parents, you know, they're growing too and learning too. And I think we a lot of times give the people that raised us or influenced us as children a bad rap, you know, because they're not perfect, they're learning, they're growing, everybody is, healing and learning as they go, and some of us do it as parents, right? But I do think that when you get to a certain place in your life, it totally becomes your responsibility to, change certain things that, you know, you may have learned to be able to have different outcomes and decisions you're making, right? So, because I think that overall your energy is very jovial, it's very radiant. It's your triggers that pull you out of that. So, it's going to be really important to, if you're manifesting something, especially during this time, to really focus on the positive aspects. And what I'm hearing is not look at it from a place of um, what can go wrong, right? So you have some desires, and uh, a lot like a lot of times, um, we're programmed to think of the worst case scenarios, and that's a lot of times to prevent disappointment, which is a terrible way to go about manifesting anything you like. Yes, it does prevent you from suffering some of the pain of disappointment if you're expecting it, but it also hinders possibilities that you are disregarding in order to prepare yourself for the disappointment. So if you're not preparing yourself for the disappointment, you have a better chance of actually manifesting exactly what you want. But it's kind of a catch-22, right? If you don't prepare yourself for the disappointment, then that could be kind of painful. But if you try to prepare yourself for the disappointment, then you're actually counterproductive for manifesting exactly what you want. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm getting. I think that it's really important for you to really start thinking different than what you were taught, right? And try to reverse some of those things that you were taught to think and believe. Okay, I hope that makes sense. But really, especially for this energy, let's try to think positive. Think on the positive side. Don't do the whole preparing yourself for disappointment. Put out there exactly what you want. Believe it's going to happen. Don't overthink it and try to find all the worst possible situations that could happen, because especially in this energy, this manifestation energy, you will manifest that, right? You will. You're constantly, I tell everybody, you're constantly manifesting every day, whether it's good or bad. It's not just, ooh, I got something really good, I manifested that. It's also, ooh, this happened that isn't so great, I manifested that too. But this energy is going to be intense with the 1111 portal, because it's totally about, it's like manifestation energy on crack, right? All right. So let's see what we got for you, Mary. All right, Mary. I hear a but though. Like right away when you said that, I felt but, right? I felt but. Take the but. I got the job. I know I'm going to get it. They'd be stupid not to hire me. Like, who wouldn't hire me? That's the kind of attitude you have to have. Not, well, if I don't get it, I'll be okay. Or if they don't hire me, they're lost, right? No, it's like, they'd be stupid. Of course they're going to hire me. I'm not going to find anybody better than me. What the hell, right? All right, so Mary, let's see what we got for you, Mary. And if there's anyone else on here, I can't really tell who's on here. If you want a reading, just let me know. The comments on here are a little weird. I haven't gone live on here in like over 2 years, and they kind of flash up and then they go away. It may be a setting, but if you are on here and you want a reading and I haven't given you one, you might want to just flash another comment up. Okay, so Mary, I feel like you went through a situation that you feel maybe you made the wrong decision, or it didn't work out really the way you wanted it to. So from that point on, you kind of didn't, you started not trusting yourself as much anymore. You kind of I feel there was different aspects and different there was kind of different what do you call it, variables, okay, in the situation that you're holding against yourself. So there's kind of an energy of non-forgiveness for maybe a decision that you made that was what you thought is a bad decision. But I don't really think that it was your inability to judge the situation correctly. There was just some variables. You are a very intuitive person, and you've always really had pride in the fact that you're very intuitive. You read people very well. But this kind of threw you for a loop. So now you're having a little bit of trouble trusting your intuition. And there's definitely an energy of not forgiving yourself for something you perceive. And I'm hearing very strong you perceive, because I don't think that it's anything you did wrong or any bad decision you made per se. I feel a huge energy of it being skewed by different variables that you really weren't paying attention to or sensitive to, if that makes sense. So I think that comes in a lot of times to how you manifest stuff, because guilt is kind of a lower vibrational energy. So it's really hard to manifest certain things from a place of guilt or unforgiveness, even if it's unforgiveness of self, right? So it's kind of like you need to kind of let it go. You need to get back into your joy. You need to start doing things that get you into a higher vibration. I'm hearing that music impacts you in some way. And I think it's something that you may have stepped away from. There's a need to get back into that, and really just take some time for yourself and be kind of in your own stillness, and kind of face some of the stuff that you really need to let go, right? All right, so that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. Okay, is there anybody else on here that wants a reading? I wish there was a way I could see the comments without them going away. Does anybody know if there's a setting that lets me do that? Oh, well, I guess I can do that. Oh, you're so welcome. Oops. I don't really like this. All right. So is there anybody else here, or are we all alone? You're welcome to ask specific questions. No, I don't want to stop the stream. If you have specific questions, I'd be happy to do some readings. Since you guys are on here, if other people pop on, then of course I want to be fair to anybody that comes on, but if you have a specific question or want a specific reading while we're here, I would be happy to do that. I was just gonna do like a general reading and then you guys got on, so like I don't even know how to share anything on here or anything. Oh, share. Let's see. That way. Hi Tim, how are you? Oh my gosh, how are you doing? Oh, awesome. All right, how are you, Tim? We were talking about you the other day, how we miss you and how you used to always control the crowd and all of that cool stuff. So, yeah. Tim, you may know, like, is there a way for me to keep the comments, like, without them fading away after a minute? I haven't been reading on Facebook for quite some time, so it's a lot different than before. And maybe because it's on my phone, I don't think I've ever really read on my phone before. So if did you want a card, Tim, or did you just come on to say hi and show me support? Oh, do you just record on YouTube? Because I know you have a channel. I've gone to your channel a few times and watched some of your stuff. I know you do stuff on, lots of stuff on Instagram. I love your music. Rose, whoever's in here, really, y'all gotta check out his music. Absolutely amazing. And if you want to like throw up a link or something, I don't know how that works, but if you want to throw up a link or something, Tim, that people can go check out your music, because I just think it's amazing. He does some really awesome musical things there. All right, let's see what we got for you, Tim. You ready for 11/11? You got some manifestation intentions out there that you're focusing on. Yeah, so I just learned how to do the 24-hour live stream, except my my computer nor my internet really cooperate all the time, but I was so happy that I kind of figured it out, and I'm starting to try to make like meditations. I'm actually gonna, because everybody thinks my voice is so calming, so I decided that because I'm getting into hypnotherapy and that kind of thing, so I decided that I'm gonna try some guided meditations, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know, but I never liked my voice on my recorded voice, but people just absolutely love my voice for whatever reason, so I figured it might be fun to try to take a shot at some guided meditations and see what I could do with that. Okay. Oh, well, thank you for the any tips. Of course, I am absolutely open to, because like I said, I'm just experimenting with it. I'm just trying it out. So I love feedback. I'm not someone that takes criticism bad. So actually, I love when people are honest with feedback. Um, thank you, Rose. I think you're still a mod. I believe you and Rose are both still mods. So you may be able to. Hi, Alexis! You may still be able to. Alright. It's funny because the music card came up for you, Tim. I think that you may have. I'm sitting here blowing you up about your music, and the biggest energy that I'm getting right now is you have stepped away from putting a lot of focus on it. And there needs to be some more focus. I feel like, I don't know if there was a situation where maybe you got a little discouraged, you weren't getting enough feedback, and I feel like, I'm getting the feeling like it's your thoughts of not getting enough you know, exposure or whatever is actually causing there not to be. There's a need for you to set your refocus back on it, and set your intentions that you believe, because it's kind of like you will set your intentions and then you'll like look at the numbers and be like, oh, it's not working. Right? We're all guilty of that, especially when we're starting out, right? I still do it, especially with this whole starting all over again. You know, used to being where I was and having to start all over again, it could get discouraging, especially when you put so much time and energy and passion into something and you think it's just amazing and you feel the energy behind it, and then it's like one view, right? But there's something coming in for you, but you got to kind of set your intention of what you actually want, because I think you're kind of, I'm hearing, being a little double-minded with it, to where one minute you were like gung ho, I'm gonna get it done, blah 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 blah, I believe in this and I'm setting my intentions and I'm trusting the universe, and then it's kind of that other energy comes by and kind of shuts that down, right? So very important for you to stay focused, set your intentions, and believe, because I know on some level you feel the energy of something breaking open for you. But you know, we live in a world that has a lot of creative reality that is hard sometimes to overlook and envision something different, right? So that's totally what I'm getting for you. All right. That's a great idea. Was it Mongol Maid? Cool name. Yeah, I do like the dark backgrounds too. So, and I do kind of, I'm not a really big loud music kind of person. I kind of, the two that I've made so far have been kind of softer, but I kind of, on one of them, because I use it for spell work kind of, so it's kind of a little dark. Not dark like dark screen, like dark like eerie. um, yeah, yeah, I know a lot of people do like those. Oh, did you hear it? Yeah. Uh, and like I said, I'm playing with it, so any suggestions, I am totally open to it. All right, awesome. Did you want a reading? If you have a specific question, or if you just want me to pull a general. I know Alexis is on here too. I don't, I'm not sure if you want some cards, sweetheart. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to do it. A little nervous because, like I said, I'm not really fond of my voice on recording, but I don't know. People like it, so I don't have to ever listen to it again, right? All right. Like literally, that's how I started getting more on video and doing readings and stuff. At the beginning, I used to get really discouraged, and then I decided I'm just not going to look back at my videos. I'm not going to watch them. I'm not going to rewatch them because I was really critical of myself, and I'd be like, oh, I'll never get on again. Right? So, let's see what we got for you. All right. For career. I'm feeling more life purpose for you. I don't think this is just about a career, maybe about a decision that you are trying to make to maybe go in a different direction. I think there's some fear associated with it because there is definitely a concern about security, right? And I feel like maybe you may not be so I feel a little self-worth here. I think that whatever industry, I'm getting the word industry, that you're looking to kind of shift into, maybe kind of competitive. And I feel that sometimes the only way that you know how to deal with certain things on a certain level is maybe to be a little critical of other people that may be doing something that you want to do. But I feel this collaborative energy to where you're more than likely going to be working with other people, but that's really, I think one of your biggest fears is that how do I say this? Because it's not in a mean way. You're just not a team player, but it's not like you do it on purpose. You're just not comfortable with working in a team. I think that you try to steer like away from, you're not good with conflict. It's really hard for you to, there's an element of struggling with conflict resolution sometimes, not because, I don't think that you have had a really good history of people being in your life that were able to communicate well, and that's a big part of collaborating, and especially in business. And this is touching on your security, right? You don't want to give up something that's really secure for something that it's not even that you're not up for the challenge. I think that you're willing to take on the challenge. It's more the unknown, like am I gonna have regrets, right? Absolutely, welcome. There's going to be one more reading after this one, and then if you would like a reading and you stick around, I'd be happy to give you a reading, okay? But I really feel a good energy around what you want to do. There's a need for you to be kinder to yourself. I think you put a lot of pressure on yourself, and that's what makes it a little more difficult to work with others. I think that you fear judgment, and you are the thing about it is, and this is a huge energy that I'm feeling around this. I don't think people judge you as much as you judge yourself, right? All right, so that is what I'm getting for you. I hope that helped. And thank you, Tim. Yes, definitely check out Tim's music. It's amazing. I love it. I listen to it all the time. And it's just like, ooh, it just like, it makes you feel like, ooh, it's awesome. All right, Alexis, you are up, sweetheart. How are you doing? I'm so glad you came to visit me. Hey guys, hit the like button if you would for me, please. I'm really trying to, we had this channel monetized at one point, and we lost it, of course, because we didn't upload any content, we didn't get on, so we're trying to build that back up. So likes, shares, all the subscribes, all of that stuff is awesome. Thank you. All right, Alexis, let's see what we have going on for you, sweetheart. All right. I feel a little frustration for you because there's this energy that you feel this energy. I feel like you're being really guided by your ancestors right now, but it's kind of like the energy of someone telling you something really good is coming for you, and just be patient. And you're another level to it was is so okay, so another level to it is you, God, I just totally lost it. You must not be ready to hear it yet. Okay. Something's very hidden here. Oh, that's what, okay. Thank you for giving it back to me. You feel it in your body. Okay. You're very sensitive to the energy. It's kind of that feeling like, I know something's coming. I'm getting these feelings, but I don't know what it is, right? And it's making you kind of uneasy, uncomfortable, and it's kind of making you scared a little bit, and it's kind of kicking you out of that kind of loving feeling. And yes, I'm not sure if it's on this video, Mongol, but I do personal readings. There's a link tree probably on one of my videos that has all of my information. I'm going to pull another card because I'm kind of curious here. If I want to see, they don't always let me see because there's a reason why things are hidden. So I usually try to clarify the hidden. Yeah, I just got grounding. So this is for you to really, it's to build your faith, right? Um, learn to go on your instinct, trust your gut, right? Which is really kind of hard for you to do because you're kind of scared of doing that. It's kind of like you're probably too young, but if you look it up, I'm sure you'll find it's Goonies. Your mom might know about Goonies, right? Maybe she can help you out. But in Goonies, there's this one part where they're in this cave in this maze, right? And they're facing all these challenges, and this wall is coming and closing in on them, and there is the only place for them to go is like this huge, just dark drop off of a cliff, right? And they couldn't figure out how to what to do in that situation. Like, we can't stop the wall, and there's nothing but a big yeah there's nothing but a big drop in darkness, right? So what had to happen was the person had to sit there and take a step. What wasn't seen was there was a bridge there, right? You couldn't see it through all the darkness, but there was actually a bridge, and it took someone to step into the unknown, into the darkness, total faith, right? For them to realize there was actually a pathway there. So that was like the test. Like, everybody else was panicking, and the one kid just, all right, I'm just gonna step into this pit, right? And he stepped, probably thinking he was gonna die, and there ended up being a pathway, a bridge there. So it's kind of you learning to overcome your fear and trust your instinct, and kind of take some leaps of faith. Okay. No, you are next, Jeanette. I'm almost done with Alexis. So that's kind of what I'm getting for you. I feel like there's the wolf is very important for you. I don't know why, but I don't know if you're into, wolf pictures or the whole Native American, thing with the wolves, but wolves are very prevalent. There's something about maybe there being a calming, grounding kind of energy, or it could be, something that grounds you. Oh, really? Okay, that's awesome. So I may be channeling something from that. I try not to tap into mediumship when I'm on a live, but sometimes people come through. So definitely a huge influence with wolves, kind of like, and it's probably not really practical that you're going to see a wolf, but there is a sense of, whether it's a picture or a stuffed animal in the store, or something on the TV or something like that, you're gonna start seeing that as like a signature for you to like know that your instincts are on point, at least at the beginning. You're not always going to get that support, because eventually you're going to have to be able to trust yourself and trust your instincts. But whoever is coming through, it's probably your grandmother, or was it your grandmother or your aunt? Um, whoever is coming through is prepared to offer you that that little bit of reassurance, because this person is around you and helping to guide you through some of this. A very loving energy too. It's kind of to show you that to stay in that energy, right? All right, so that's what I have for you, sweetheart. Take some risks. Definitely take some risks. Trust yourself. And get grounded, right? All right. All right, so Jeanette. And then Margaret, if you are still here, I will do yours next. All right, Jeanette, let's see what we have for you. Let's see what we have for you, Jeanette. Am I still here? Because it just made me reconnect. So someone shout out and let me know I'm still here. You're welcome, sweetheart. I'm getting some major healing energy around you, shamanic healing, either someone in your life. It feels ancestral. All right. Tim, hold on. Tim or Rose? Can anybody hear me? That tarot destroyer. Am I on? I'm going to hold up just a couple of minutes because it keeps on disconnecting. I really think can one of you, do you guys have the power to like block or whatever? You got the power. I don't know. I kept on disconnecting. I don't know if I get worried about people like that because you know, some of them have programs and stuff. I ain't worried. I will debate with anybody that throws Bible verses at me all day long under the table. And they better be careful messing with me because God doesn't take kindly to people messing with me, especially using his name. Right? But I'm more concerned about them having some kind of program to mess up my phone or the computer or knock me off. So people, sad, 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 sad. Okay. I think we are okay. All right. I'm sorry about that, Jeanette. All right. So I feel like feel this energy of I'm getting a lineage of healers in your family, whether they're known to you or not. Somebody has shamanic healing powers. And I feel like it may be something that a gift that you come into is in your DNA. I think that you kind of, on some level, block that off. I need to let you know that whatever struggles that you're going through right now are training. Because if you know anything about healers, they have to go through some of the roughest circumstances and survive them. That's how they literally become healers, because all a healer is someone, nobody goes around and zaps someone, you're healed, zaps someone, you're healed, right? What healers actually are, they are people that have gone through great struggles and tribulations and found a way out of them, to heal from them, to not allow it to change their energy. And I kind of think that you're maybe at the turning point of realizing that nothing is happening to you. Thank you, Rose. Did you hear anything I said? All right. Lineage, it's like in your DNA. It's being passed down in your DNA, right? So I feel like you're going through a lot of struggles, and they need to be looked at differently, because healers typically go through a lot of struggles and hard times and complicated situations, because there is no healing someone else. There's no magic wand, boof, you're healed, boof, you're healed. What a healer actually is someone that goes through some major struggles, and the reason they go through those struggles is so they can overcome them, and then they can guide people to be an example and teach them how to heal themselves, because everybody heals themselves. There's no magical healer that goes around and just heals everybody. Real healers, they guide people to their own healing by going through certain situations, overcoming them, healing themselves, and then being that light, right? So if you're not aware yet about a specific gift that you have that is very generational and handed down, it's like in your DNA, you will eventually be awoken to that if you're not already. So right now you're seeing your struggles as struggles, almost a victim kind of mentality, when really, when you open up your mind a little bit more, you're going to see that they're just lessons for it. It's almost like boot camp, right? Things that you have to go through in order to be able to assist other people in their healing, because I think you have a really big heart for that. And I think right now it's convoluted in your mind, thinking that your heart for people and helping people is what puts you in these bad situations, and you're kind of almost cursing your good heart and your light, your energy. But it's actually reverse. You're kind of going through certain situations because you have such a heart for people, and that's something that you need to experience and overcome in order to be able to shine that light to people in the future when you are faced with someone that's going through the same situation that you were able to overcome. I hope all that made sense. I don't know how much you heard. I'm not going to delete this video, so hopefully if you missed any of that, you can refer back to it, okay? Very beautiful energy though. Just looking at your struggles a little bit differently with more of an open mind and realizing that it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Kind of getting out of this, you know, that why me kind of mindset, and kind of looking at it like, okay, what is this supposed to teach me? What am I supposed to be healing in me because of the situation, right? So that's what I got for you tonight. All right, is there anybody else that wants a reading? I don't know if I'm on here by myself now. All right. All right. I really don't know if I'm still even live, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here. Of course, if anybody wants to get in touch with me, you can jump on my link tree and check out my other social medias, my Etsy store, and if you want to book a personal reading, the information's there for that too. Love you all. Thank you for joining me. Have a good night.